Hi, it's Kane Hodder, Jason from Friday the 13th. You're watching Slash and Cast. Keep watching, or I'll kill you and your whole family.
What's going on, horror fans? Welcome back to another episode of Slash and Cast. My name is Riley. That's Griffin, and that is Nick. Today, all right, a few announcements. Okay, first of all, check out our streams. It's a big spring break for you.
Yeah,
and only you.
Break.
Must be nice.
Yeah, Griffin still got work. I still got school. But I'm gonna come home, so we are gonna have a few webcam streams ideally this week.
Yeah.
So that should be fun.
I'll be in the chat.
You're welcome to be part of that, and not. I'm just telling you what is going to happen. Name that reference. Other than that, every link you need is in the description. That includes Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Reddit. If you're feeling real crazy, include sponsoring. If you're even feeling more crazy, literally everything, including our website, which now has a new digital store. For which there's only 2 episodes on there right now. We have more planned, and we're pursuing that. Things have just been hectic. But right now we have a paranoia discussion, which is obviously very different now because we did that before the whole delayed. Yeah. And Jason next commentary, so you can watch right along with us. It's a good time. We also have new merch, which Griffin's rocking new merch. You're rocking new merch. You got the mugs. You got a pillow over there? We got pillows, man.
We got beanies.
Beanies are nice, by the way, and a lot of color options too. A lot of people don't realize that. You just look at the outside picture. If you go in there, there's a lot of color options. And also for 1 month, and 1 month only. Actually, we're less than a month now. We're going down to 27 days?
Something like that.
27 days.
Let her go. All right. Let her go merch. Everyone's been asking for it. You guys that have been fans of the stream, it's a common meme in there. We got it all. We got mugs. Look at 15 ounce and 11 ounce.
Let her go.
Listen, this is quality stuff. All right. You want it. I want it. But yeah, that will end on April 1st. Will be the last day to get your hands on those. So, and I don't think we'll ever do it again. So.
Right. If you're a fan of the streams, you know what Let Her Go is. If you're not, check out the streams.
Stop on by.
You got to know.
But yeah, reiteration. All right. April 1st. It's gone forever. Get it while you can. All right, let's drop into our topics today, opening up a Friday the 13th the game. I didn't expect to get anything crazy this week, but once again, they just keep throwing us for loops. They keep bamboozling us more and more. First of all, they're making a whole new HUD for the perk system in order to help out colorblind issues, for certain colorblindness.
Yeah.
So instead of it being only related to color, now there's a number system that ranks from 1 through 6, 1 being a poor perk, and 6 being your new legendary perks, which we'll go over in a second. But not bad, though. The numeric value is nice. And some people have been saying, well, good, I want to know the rarity of my perk. It doesn't really change that numerical value.
Right.
The color still did it, but now it's just easier if you're colorblind. You know?
Yeah.
It also looks more organized. The mock-up view, which is you can see on the screen right now, this is a work in progress. Okay?
It says it right there.
It's you can't fucking miss it, all right? But yeah, it's a work in progress, and here it shows 39 perks, and rather than the 30 that we're used to.
Yeah, available slots.
Right, so we're not. That's not confirmed by any means.
Again, it's in progress mockup.
Yeah, so
could have just been to show the wide range of colors, really.
Yeah,
it looks great.
Right, I think because of this looks nice. Don't get me wrong. This could possibly, be implemented.
Right.
It's possible, that they make the description and the plus and minus bigger lengthwise, so we get rid of that last row there.
Right. Maybe. I mean, you got to stay at least above 30.
Right.
It
makes sense that this would be one of the things that makes it from the mock-up to the final product.
It honestly looks pretty good how it is right now. To be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against having 39 perks either, to be honest. Especially now that, because you can't actually get all the perks like you wrote on spaces.
Right.
Yep.
Which I understand that. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Are you too OP if you can get all the perks? I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, there are clear perks that are
better than others.
You know, some of the swimming perks. No one ever uses.
Right, and those were adjusted too. So there were several adjustments which we talk about in a video. We're not going to go over those directly now because they're really just not all that important. Some of the bigger ones, to me, the vehicle ones are the most effective ones. You got a drastic jump in car speed and boat speed.
Yeah.
And if you're running those and you truly are going for those escapes, especially if you are a Jason that lacks water speed, there's not a chance in hell you catch one of those boats.
No.
Yeah.
And then if you have a bad shift, Jason with a bad shift, no way in hell you're stopping one of those cars unless you are very good with your morph and use stock.
Yeah. You know, we were moving towards the direction where Jason becomes OP again. Throughout the whole life of the game, the developers themselves said Jason is supposed to be OP. And for a long time, he was not OP at all. We got better in this last patch, and this is almost a step back. Some of those adjustments, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, at least Man at Arms, stuff like that, like those have also been decreased.
Right.
So that helps Jason too. And we also don't know what changes are coming in the new engine for Jason and its entire hitting through doors from counselors to hitting Jason through doors might go away.
Just the hit detection in general.
Yeah, hit detection in general. Right. So there could be a lot of changes coming with that.
Hopefully he's more OP. Like at first when the patch first came out, we weren't killing Jason as often, but I feel like it's back to
it's pretty consistent. Yeah, it's pretty consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just depends on what Jason you're going against, too.
No.
And then maybe changing weapons could be a pretty drastic change there, too. Because, I mean, you throw a machete on like part 6 and your swing is way better and more effective. If you're asking me, of course, a lot of people make the argument that with the pole, with like Savini's Trident and with the fence posts in part 6, you can hit farther away.
Correct.
Which you can, but it's just kind of, it's slow and it's
everything
weird.
has its
only straight.
Right.
Everything has its pros and cons.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm for it. I I understand the changes. I get it.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Then let's talk about the legendary perks in general. What do they do? What's the purpose of them? Well, for one, they're obviously the rarest ones. This isn't in between. This is the legendary perks are now more rare than epic.
Right.
How often will they come? I don't know.
Yeah.
But the whole point of them is that it's an extra stat increase. You get an extra little bonus on top.
Yeah, as you can see from that picture we put up, it's purple.
Oh.
Little purple extra down there.
Listen, it's pink. All right. Are you colorblind?
I might be.
It's pretty pink.
I would say it's in between.
My opinion is that it's purple. I respect your opinion, though.
Now, fuck you. No, okay, so what the point is for like this friendship perk example is you get a 60% increase in stamina boost, and then of course, it's the same thing, it just repeats itself. Then a 50% decrease stamina boost, and then but on top of that, you also get a 5% increase in your stun chance. Now, as for what perk correlates to that extra spot, that determined stat, will it change? Is it random? Is it completely random across all perks? So if I get like, I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example. If you're using Sucker Punch, do you also get like an increase in weapon durability? Like stuff like that.
Or is it completely random? Like, say you have the legendary start with a map perk, and your extra perk is go faster in the car. Right. Is that random like that? I would think they would correlate. I would hope so. Yeah.
But if they correlate too closely, like I just said, with having increased weapon durability on top of,
that's a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So it can be pretty overpowered.
Hopefully it doesn't do that, because that could make things pretty OP if you're running like Sucker Punch. You're running. I'm blanking.
Heavy hitter. Heavy hitter.
Yeah, heavy hitter. Like you run a lot of things that you're gonna be stunning every time.
Even swift attacker.
Boink.
How high can this go as well? Is like 5%. This is just 5%. Can that go higher? Like how high can that go?
I think 5 would be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting a second plus. It's a
whole new perk in its own with no negative. Like that's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
It needs to stay low, or I think the legendary side is gonna be way too OP.
That's the thing. With the legendary perk, your base plus is 60% there.
Yeah.
And then is it possible you could get like 30% on top of that? No way. I think 5 to 7 max for any of the perks is probably what's going to be implemented.
Yeah, please. The extra plus you get needs to be like a poor perk plus.
Correct.
If that makes sense.
Poor or common.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything above that, you're just going to run into some major struggles there.
Yeah.
We don't want that. We don't want that.
Yeah.
Counselor's already too OP, so.
A little bit, yeah. As far as looking at the rest of the picture, again, we're in progress. This was just for the picture. CP is not going to be rolling a perk for 5.
Yeah, it's
That's-
still gonna be 5
yeah.
bucks.
Also, they spelled legendary wrong.
Yeah, they did.
And a lot of people, many people, were talking about that knife perk. Start with a pocket knife. That was in the beta.
Apparently this specific perk.
Right.
I've heard different stories surrounding it that it was in the beta and it was for weapon durability for
Correct.
like, bladed weapons,
Yes.
shit like that.
And then they just took it out and put all weapon durability.
Right.
And that perk, that picture, still is in the roll, but
Yeah.
you will never actually get it.
Yeah.
So-
That's like the same with like the people are thinking it's like a pocket knife perk.
Yeah, start
Like,
with a pocket knife.
Yeah. Which was going to be in the game, but it was determined to be too overpowered.
Right. And it, especially in this current
Oh my
current
God.
state of the game, there is no chance in hell pocket knives are getting buffed. There's no way they're adding more. There's no way they're start with a pocket knife perk. No way.
A lot of people are saying that this should be in the game, and I just can't see why you'd even want it, even from a council. It's just the only thing that is going to bring to the game is just more and more douchebag trolls.
Back to where we were.
Like, really, man.
Chads and Tommies.
Yeah, just think about where we were at games where we had 9 pocket knives. If Tommy's in the game and every counselor has that on, you're guaranteed 9 people with pocket knives.
And then they still spawn.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't run it? Everyone's going to run that fucking thing if it were to be in the game. It would be horrible.
yeah.
It would be horrible.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, again, this was an in-progress design. They probably just threw as many pictures, icons as they could as possible just to get the point that there are new colors, new layout, stuff like that.
To me, I don't understand how this is where F13 and when they do this stuff, these reveals, it confuses me. Like, how do you not know that that's going to cause so many questions? I swear to God, they do it with fuck with me a lot. Well, like, seriously, like, you know that's going to cause questions. Like, just put a different one there. I just don't understand, like, the motive behind that. You know that there had to be some sort of conscious decision behind putting that there. I'm not saying it's going to be added to the game. I think they're just trolling us. I think they're bamboozling us.
I mean, none of these are repeat pictures up here.
Right.
That's
So, but
why.
there's so many more perks in the game that you didn't have to toss that one in.
No.
Or just have one less fucking perk. I just don't get it. It seems like just a random thing to do.
Yeah. So, in progress mock-up, designs subject to change. CP, not going to be 5 to roll a perk. Legendary is going to be spelled correctly. That pocket knife perk is not in the game, will not be in the game ever. There is a reason pocket knives got nerfed. There is a reason less pocket knife spawn.
Yeah, you
don't
got
want
it. That, like, I always hear the argument all the time. It's like, well, if I spawn in the house, and Jason pops right on top of me, and I have no weapon, there's no weapons in the house, then I'm instantly screwed. Well, one, it's pretty easy to dodge past Jason for the most part.
Especially before he has shift.
Yeah.
But, like, at the end of the day, Jason is supposed to be OP. You are supposed to die a lot. It used to be an ongoing joke when the game was coming out. Like, you're about to die so much. Like, that was what they drove. Like, they drove that promotion off of.
Right.
So why would you not want? And, dude, you die. If you die, as long as you let him activate the kill, I could care less if you leave. Just die, leave, go play another game. Just go play. Just go do a new game. It's not that big of a deal.
there.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
If we ask, 99 out of 100 people, they will say that the pocket knives are good. The amount of pocket knives are good.
Yeah.
Then there's the one person that says, no, we need to start with the pocket knife. Get good as Jason. Buff counselors and get good. You don't have an argument there.
It's funny. The same thing always comes out. It's like, all right, get good as Jason. I should be all the pocket knives I want. But then I can say the same stupid argument. Get good as a counselor. You shouldn't need a pocket knife.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. Like, it's just the same back and forth thing. But the problem with the argument that is more justified is that Jason needs to be OP. Like, it's supposed to be that way.
So, sorry to get a little sidetracked, but this last week, I spent a lot of time watching every single panel that Gun, Ilphonic, F13 the game did. Talking about this game. And I remember, I think it was 6 different times, either between Ronnie, Randy, and Ben, they said, Jason is supposed to be OP. You are going to die. So you are shit out of luck. Jason is supposed to be OP. 6 times at least per panel. Right. Then we got away from that for a while. We slowly get back.
Still pushing there.
And then now they're adding these legendary perks to sort of cater to counselors. Again, we don't know what's coming for Jason as a buff for Jason, or a change for Jason, really. But Jason needs to be more overpowered than he is now.
There's got to be something for him in this.
5 out of 8 should rarely happen.
Yeah, it's by no means hard to escape.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
And of course, if there's I always hear that if a noob Jason shouldn't be able to come in and get 8 out of 8. And to a degree, you're right. But if you have any counselor experience, you shouldn't really get caught by a noob Jason.
Exactly.
Oh, no way.
I don't know, man. To me, it just doesn't seem like right now, 9 times out of 10, if I want to escape, if I'm going to try for a legitimate escape, which I don't, it's rare for me to go for boat escapes and shit now. But if I'm doing that, then most of the time I'll get it.
Don't stop me now.
And that's just because the game lets me, you know?
You're right. It's nothing about, we were talking about this on the stream, you know, at some point you hit a skill level where everyone's the same. And then it's just, you know, how you play and who you're going against is Jason.
Yeah.
You know,
what spawn you get.
Exactly. Then it's just, you know, sort of luck. Getting good, honestly, gets kind of annoying every time I hear or see someone say get good, because at the end of the day, not in-game luck, real life luck plays a huge factor in where you spawn, where items spawn, and who you're going up against.
Yeah. Can't we all just get along? Can't we all just enjoy the game?
It's only a game.
It's only a
have
game.
To be mid.
It's only a game. But that's pretty much all I got for F13 for now. It seems like these updates are coming pretty consistently on Thursdays. So I would expect some other line of news dropping on Thursday.
Click the notification bell.
Yeah, we got you.
Yep.
We got you.